It is not albinism. It is not a cancer. It is not witchcraft. It is not that one has HIV/AIDS. It is not contagious. Does not spread through close contact, touching or sharing personal items. No way is it linked to being burnt by twins. It is called vitiligo.
A very good evening to you who is tuned into UBC TV. My name is Sophia Matovu. And thank you for joining me on the final edition of the Vitiligo stories. You do remember that last time I told you that this was going to be the last episode, and we have done it in a rather different way. As opposed to hearing to the individual stories, we are down at Nsamizi Army Primary School, and we were able to get to the classroom of one of the little students, a girl who is in P5 by the name of Flavia, who is living with vitiligo. She has just joined the school. Let's get into their classroom and discover whether have they been following? Do they know what vitiligo is? Do they know what happened to Flavia? Let's get into the school and get a feel of what it means to be in a community with a person living with vitiligo. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, madam.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Thank you for accepting to host us. I'd like you to introduce yourself, please.
Yeah, I'm Warrant Officer, Class 2, Kato Francis, Head Teacher in Nsamizi Army Primary School. This is an army school. It is founded by the army. That is what I'm meaning. And it is UPE school, where we accommodate all children, civilians and soldier children. So we have those two categories. So far now we have 1,193.
Now tell me about, had you heard about vitiligo before? Was it a condition when you got to receive your first student? Was it something you had seen, or it was something you were seeing for the first time?
Yeah. I was seeing people, but saying this one is barongo or what? Those beliefs of people that onoyayo chobga barongo, and others they say when you eat a certain animal, which your crown is not supposed to eat, then you get that disease. But there is this program of yours on the UBC. I was watching it some time back. So that is when I came to know that it is skin disease. Now
tell me, I'm made to understand the school has one student, a little girl who has got vitiligo. For how long has she been in the school?
She's new. She joined us this term. And when I saw her, then I reflected back to the other program. Then I called her here in the office. I talked to her. I've been following. I was talking to the teacher said, hey, that girl is my friend. Then I tried to ask her, how are you relating with, do you have a friend? She said, yes, I have a friend. Don't you get some abuses from your other pupils? She said, no. They are happy with me.
So you have tried to monitor and to ensure that she's fitting in well, because some of them have had challenges. We've had stories that we have done, and some of them have dropped out of school because of the stigma, because nobody wants to associate with them. They think that vitiligo is contagious.
The problem, we haven't talked to others about her, but when I came to find out that she's socializing well with others, I didn't take it serious. But now that you have come, maybe we shall have that chance of talking to the rest.
Okay, so I'll beg for you to take us to the class where the girl is, and let's be able to continue with the conversation from there.
Okay. So this is where the stream, where she's studying from. Then the other stream is B. This is A. Yeah. This is the class teacher.
Thank you. Hello, how are you?
Welcome our visitors.
Thank you. How are you?
We are fine, thank you, our visitors.
Flavia, where are you?
Little ones, how are you once again? Have you heard about this? Do you know what this is? You don't know? Flavia didn't tell you what that is? Oh, wow. Okay. Now I will take the head teacher is going to tell you what this is. Who is Flavia's friend? Okay, thank you. What did you think when you saw Flavia the first time? You thought they are bands? Oh, wow. Flavia, come here. Okay. Flavia, what did... No, don't, Scott. Flavia, what did you tell them this is? Did you tell them or they didn't ask you?
They didn't ask me.
They didn't ask you? Yes. So you didn't tell them what this is? Yes. Now, Flavia and Madame Penina are going to tell you what this is, you know. This can happen to any one of you, but I'm not the expert on those matters. Let me first let the head teacher talk to you.
How many of you watch TVs at home? How many watch UBC? Good. How many have, there is a program of people who look like her and Madam, this one here. Have you ever watched that program? Yes. Who can tell us, what do they say?
You watch which TV?
UBC.
You watch UBC. What is this condition called?
It is called vitiligo.
It's called vitiligo.
Yes.
Yeah, wow, you're right. How did you get to know? How did you get to know that it's called vitiligo?
Because I watch UBC.
Because you watch UBC all the time. Yes. Thank you. This is called vitiligo, like they said, but let head teacher take you through.
This is the disease which affects our skins. Even me, I can get it, even you can get it. Eh? But some people, they say it is barongo. Eh? You know that one? Have you ever heard of that one? Yes. Or you have eaten an animal which of your clan is not supposed to eat. Yes. Eh? But it is a disease, it is a skin disease. It comes by itself. So when I first saw her here in school, this is, I think, the first girl to join us. I had watched that program. Then I called her to the office and I talked to her. So these things, they will explain to you how it affects you and how you should live with other people who have the same problem, right? So I think it is good that you are his friend, you are not scared of her. Yeah? She did not get burnt, but it is a disease and it comes anytime. Anyone can, even you may, it starts very small on your body, but it continues to cover up the whole body.
I'm called Penina Mukatushabira. I work with Vitiligo Association of Uganda as a chief mobilizer. So vitiligo is this condition you see I have and my friend Flavia. So vitiligo is a condition where you develop white patches on the skin. You know, our skin, we have melanin. The melanin is this black color. So when you start developing these white patches, these are what they call vitiligo. Vitiligo, you can get it at any age, at any race. You hear, but it's not contagious. You get me? It's not contagious that maybe you play with the Flavia and you get it. No, it's not contagious. Not so? Yes. So people living with it, you know, sometimes you discriminate them and bully them. You start calling them some funny names. Do you call any name Flavia? Any? You don't. That is nice. Okay, that's it. You need to love her, you pray with her, you play, you do everything with her. Because it is just a condition, it is not contagious. Don't fear her. Not so? Yes. Okay.
Flavia would like to say something to the class. We are here in the school because of you. We would like you to be able to say something to your friends in class. What have you got to say about yourself?
I would like to thank you for accepting me as your friend. I would also like to thank my teacher for teaching me and for loving me.
Oh, wow. Who is your best friend?
Mabanji Patricia.
Where is Flavia's best friend? Patricia? Wow, that's nice. And then the others, I saw the whole class standing up and saying they are your friends. Is it true? Yes. Oh, wow. That is the best, yes. The rest are all friends. Okay, Flavia, what do you like about your friends? Because you're new in the school. What do you like about your friends? What have you got to say about them?
They love me and accept me as their friend.
Okay. And do you like the school?
Yes.
Okay, Patricia, the best friend of Flavia is where? What do you like about Flavia? Just tell us, very loud in that voice. She's what? She's God-fearing. Wow, you have surely had. Are the rest of you God-fearing? Yes. Teacher, what was your impression when you first saw this young, beautiful girl come into your classroom and they're like, this is your new student?
Thank you, madam, so much, and we welcome your team for coming here. Actually, at the first sight, when I looked at her, I was like, oh, for us in our culture, there is that animal which you don't eat. Papa, you ate that animal, which you brought that thing. Then she told me, no, teacher. Then I'm like, for us, we need to take you to the hospital so that they inject you, so that that thing disappears. But we are still buying time to find the way of what? Of taking her there. But after some time, I saw she was a normal girl. And I'm like, but I've ever seen this kind of people. Even we have the albinos. Even I'll talk to her that we have even the albinos. But just feel where? At home. And another thing I told her, since you are a pupil here, be a friend to everyone so that you can learn. You know, when you befriend people, they will not fear you. And I told them, we have a new visitor here. Let us all welcome our new visitor. And don't fear her, don't segregate her. She's a human being like us. However much she has some punches in the body, but if you cut her skin and you also cut yours, you find that your blood is the same as what? Yours. But it is only the skin, and that is a disease, and of which they told her the name of the disease, of which she also knows the name of the disease. And she said it is not her first time to have it. She has taken some years with it. Thank you, madam.
Okay. Thank you so much, teacher, for being very welcoming and supportive. When they said, Penina used the word contagious. Who knows what contagious means? Oba, it's a very big word. When I touch you and I have this condition, you will not get it. That is what we mean when we say contagious. Okay? Even if Flavia touches you, nothing will happen to you. It does not hurt her. She does not fall sick. She's just like me and you. But thank you so much, the friends of Flavia, and thank you so much, the school, for being very embracing, because you've taken her. She didn't come in first term, but she came second term. Thank you so much for embracing her. And Flavia, thank you for being God-fearing. Thank you for being a celeb in your class. Thank you so much for having the whole class love you. Thank you so much.
And one thing, in fact, you were there. I made it funny. Ask this madam to climb there.
Hey.
My intention was not her to come and sit there. I wanted to show them that even if I can do what?
I can
shake
touch
her hands. When I was putting her to climb the wall, they were busy laughing, but they didn't know what I meant. They saw that maybe I could fear her. Oh, the person like us, is it okay? Yes. So, Rav is also there.
Another request is, if you can provide her something for that skin, because if the sunshine is direct, I think there is a way she feels uncomfortable. So I think you know those things very well.
At least the beauty about it, Madam Penina has carried this. It's called a sunscreen. So Madam Penina, please bring the sunscreen for Flavia. What happens is just like the albinos, because the melanin protects the skin, you know, and prevents the heat from getting directly to you. Now that she doesn't have that in some of the areas, when the sun comes, it is direct. But when she puts the sunscreen, the sun is not so direct. She'll be able to feel much better. So they have carried for Flavia some sunscreen. Flavia, please come and receive your sunscreen that she's going to be able to use. and to protect her from the direct sun. Flavia, okay, that's new. They will show you, okay, she will show you how to use it so you're able to get protected from that direct heat. So even you, the friends, when you want to play, look for shade where you can play with Flavia. Don't take her in the direct sun. If it is very hot outside and she doesn't come out to play with you, don't think she doesn't want to play. She wants to play, but the sun is too hot on her. So let's be very nice. But thank you so much. And my favorite, who watches the show, who's watched and knows that the condition is called vitiligo, you are the best. Thank you so much.
This one's like festive wedding. And they are good at discovery.
Hey.
So be careful. They are going to test that.
You're going to keep the creams at home. You only wear them when you're coming in the morning, eh?
Okay?
Then maybe you tell her the do's and the don'ts. Yeah, because she's just a young girl and she likes playing. She may go playing with other children like that. So maybe I do request you tell her the don'ts and the wants.
Thank you so much. We will definitely have her sit down with Madam Penina to take her through the do's and don'ts so that she's able to stay safe and the sun does not affect her skin. But we do really like to thank so much the administration of the school for this wonderful opportunity. You can clearly see the stubborn ones are the ones who sit behind, yeah? Where are the stubborn ones in the class? Where are the stubborn ones? Hey. Okay, so you can see, for me when I used to go to school, the stubborn ones are the ones who used to sit at the back, so I thought it was the same arrangement. Chisito, thank you much as you're the stubborn one. You have not, nobody has said anything about you bullying. Thank you for being nice, much as you're the stubborn one. Okay, we would like to thank you so much for your time and would like you to continue with your normal classes. Well, I don't know about you, but I surely had a great time. And the thing that touched me most when I was here is from one of the little girls like you have seen in the class, who clearly told me that she's been following the vitiligo episodes with me on UBC TV, and that's how she got to know about the condition. Well, the school is very fantastic. It's a good school. They have embraced Flavia with her vitiligo. The administration all know about the condition, and you have seen some of the bits where they were a little bit concerned. Is she having the creams? Does she have anything to protect her? Because when she sets out in the sun, she has to play like everybody else. She's a child and the sun has been affecting her. Thank you so much for keeping the whole journey with me as we have come out to educate you about vitiligo and stop the stigma. Vitiligo is not contagious. When I touch you and I have vitiligo, you're not going to get it. And it's not abalongo like the common myth is in Uganda. Thank you for keeping it with me all throughout until today, when we have done a final wrap-up of the vitiligo stories. Bye-bye from me.